Coming up, we caught up with Tiffany Stubbs to get the inside story on her recovery, and we have a story on sleep-deprived students in Nashville. I'm Emily St. John, and Eagle 7 starts right now.
Now, from the Mel Johnson Studios at the University of Northwestern, this is Eagle 7 News.
Last month, Eagle 7's Lizzie Earhart sat down with basketball captain Tiffany Stubbs to hear all about her potentially season-ending hand injury. This week, we have an exciting update. Lizzie Earhart has more.
Tiffany Stubbs is determined to defy the odds and doctor's orders. After severing part of her finger last month, Tiffany's surgeon said it would be 8 weeks before she was fully recovered. But basketball playoffs were coming sooner than that, and Tiffany had other plans. Less than 4 weeks later, Tiffany returned to practice Monday. But no one was sure how long it would take Tiffany to relearn to shoot. Sitting out was quickly becoming more painful than playing, and after watching her team for 7 games, the junior captain was eager to get back out on the court.
I just wanted to get in there because I was like, let's get these nerves out of the way. Everyone can see I can catch the ball, and then we can move on.
After only 2 days back at practice, Tiffany was back in the game. She started off running and never looked back. All eyes were on Tiffany as she stepped up to the free throw line. And the crowd went wild as she made her first shot of the game, and that shot set the pace for the rest of the evening. Tiffany was back and on fire, playing as if the last 4 weeks had never happened. Coming in off the bench, Tiffany scored 13 points in just 14 minutes, and her attitude is even better than her shot. After the game, Tiffany was so excited and so quick to praise and thank everyone else.
Thankful, so thankful. Thankful to my teammates for just sticking it out with me and my coach for believing in me, giving me a chance in a playoff game. That's huge.
For Eagle 7, I'm Lizzie Earhart.
Congratulations to Tiffany and the girls' team at home. This week, some of Eagle 7's own headed to Nashville to compete in International Religious Broadcasters' annual 24-hour challenge. There are competitors in film, radio, TV news, and public relations. Joe and Lauren have the update from Nashville.
Hi Northwestern, we're here at the INRB convention at Nashville, Tennessee, and we just got finished competing in our 24-hour challenges. So that was a very long, hard day yesterday.
Stressful.
You had a lot of stress going on
this
morning.
It was me and my man Van Shea. He's behind the camera right now. We did the 24-hour news challenge basically by ourselves, but we did get to meet a lot of cool people. We interviewed and heard some stories from people and got to meet new people. It was all about people yesterday. Yeah. So I need to take a break from people.
Right, right. And the odd thing is that, I did the PR challenge, and PR is normally all about people, but it was just the 4 of us around one table for 14 hours straight. It's been really fun. We're staying at Opryland, which is really cool. Yeah, we've got some Waffle House down here. Ate some frog legs. Yeah. Ate some gator tail.
Gator tail and frog legs. And we've been enjoying the nice weather. And,
yes.
Not really looking forward to coming back. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is we have here from Nashville. So we have our award ceremony tonight. And then I'm really looking forward to that, seeing all the good productions and hopefully coming home with some hardware.
Some W's.
Some W's.
Hopefully.
Some 1s, actually, for first place. Wait, what W2? W2, get it, tax season? Sorry.
My mom's an accountant. That's so real right now.
But yeah, all right, back to you guys in Minnesota.
Turning to national news, President Obama says he will nominate a Supreme Court justice anyway, despite the Senate Judiciary Committee's vows to refuse a hearing for any potential replacements. The political standoff began after the death of Justice Antonin Scalia earlier this month. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Tuesday that he thinks Obama should wait and let the next president make the nomination. But President Obama countered, saying he thinks the Congress should wait and see who he nominates before making any further decisions. An early bout of severe weather hit the South this week. Tornadoes tore apart the RV park in Louisiana on Tuesday, and in Florida, more than 100 homes were damaged. The system pushed east on Wednesday, triggering at least 4 tornadoes and killing 4 people in a trailer park outside of Richmond, Virginia. Meanwhile, snow in the Midwest, parts of northwest Indiana endured blizzard conditions, and hundreds of flights in and out of Chicago were canceled. Facebook likes are quickly going out of style. This week, Facebook added new options allowing users to respond with a variety of emotions. In addition to liking a post, users can now respond with love, haha, wow, sad, or angry. Facebook users have been asking for options other than thumbs up for years, and their requests have finally been answered. And people seem to be choosing the new options. Now we'll go over to weather with Evan.
Thanks, Emily. Well, happy Friday, everyone, and as you're trickling into chapel, let's just celebrate because this is the last Friday chapel of this quad. So moving on to the weather, today we're looking at about 42 and sunny, and hopefully this weekend it's going to get a little nicer, so let's move on to kind of this week's weather. Saturday, we're looking at a high of 56, so tomorrow please get out there and enjoy the weather. Moving on to Sunday, high of 40, Monday 41, Tuesday 29, and Wednesday and Thursday, we're looking at 30 and 35, so it's looking like it's getting chillier and then getting warmer. And next week, Friday, it's going to get a little warmer, and in the spring break, hopefully it's going to be even warmer. So for those of you traveling, let's look at some weather around the world, around the nation today. So Fort Myers, Florida, we're looking at 75 and partly cloudy. Los Angeles, California, 77 and sunny. Seattle, Washington, 55 and rainy, no surprise there. New York City, 45 and partly cloudy. For those of you who don't have many trips planned, I recommend taking a road trip. They're fast and easy. Duluth, Minnesota, 36, partly cloudy, and Chicago, Illinois, 36 and sunny. So let's have a good week, and Brennan, tell us about the sports.
Thanks, Evan. It'll be a big weekend for both Eagles basketball teams. The men started off on Wednesday, winning against North Central at home 88-66. The women also won their game, beating Bethany Lutheran 66-53. Which gave coach Aaron Call his 100th win. Both teams will compete in the UMAC Championship this Saturday. The men play at St. Scholastica and the women play at UW Superior. The women lacrosse team had their debut last Saturday, where they fell to the University of Dubuque 21-8. I caught up with head coach Taylor Deachin and some of the players to see what their hopes are for their first ever season.
It was a really exciting atmosphere. Came in against the University of Dubuque, who's been around for 4 years. So we're a brand new program, so it's kind of exciting. We're always the underdogs. It was just a great learning experience, and we're playing against, every single program has had more experience than we've had. So it's really exciting, and we're going to continue to stay positive and to compete with purpose, because that's our job here.
Even though it was the team's first game, they learned a lot about their mechanics and other important aspects they need to work on to find success in the future. We talked with Captain Jenny Chamberlain on what she thought the Eagles needed to do going forward.
Everyone contributed to the game. We knew going into it that we were going to have lack of subs. We only had one sub throughout the game, so it was going to be a challenge to continue striving and continue going after the ball as hard as we could. As a new sport, as a new team, it was difficult just to figure out where we stood in the rankings, and I think Saturday's game was a good point to see where we were as a team.
I would say over 75% of the team have never played before, so it was just cool to get that experience and to actually show what a game is like.
We're going to Colorado over spring break for 4 days, so that's going to be a huge bonding trip for our team, and just continue to get better every day.
After their trip to Colorado, the Eagles won't play again until March 9th when they're playing here at home. So please come out to support the Eagles lacrosse team. From Reynolds Field for Eagle 7 News, this is Brennen Scarbrough. With springtime coming around, it's time for America's greatest pastime to start up again. Baseball plays against Bethel at home on Saturday. Softball also has a game, but it'll be away against Luther College on Saturday. Men's and women's track will compete in the UMAC Indoor Championships today at 12 at UW Superior. Finally, men's and women's tennis both have matches on Saturday at St. Scholastica. Good luck to all of our Eagles team this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brennan. We asked you on Facebook and Twitter, what music streaming service do you use the most? Sweeping its competition, Spotify was voted the most used music streaming service on UNW's campus. Coming in second was Pandora. Thanks for voting. And we have beautiful weather and spring break coming up. Evan, what are you doing for spring break?
Yeah, so with my family, I'm taking a trip down to Fort Myers, Florida. I'm really hoping to get out of this cold weather, enjoy the 70s. Hopefully hang out on the beach and get some tan on. What about you?
You know, I'm just working, but either way, I hope you all have a great spring break. That's it for the news this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily St. John.
And I'm Evan VanHoever. Stay fly, Eagles.